Hey everyone, this is Dr. Carmen Bryant. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. This is Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. Sorry, you guys, I had to adjust the camera. But this is Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. And thank you guys to all the new subscribers that have joined me, that are finding something valuable that I have to say concerning your journey of recovery. Today, I wanted to talk about the entitlement. That entitled narcissist, that entitlement, that thing that makes you just cringe. You know, you get around them and it's like you have to work for what you get. You have to remember that when you're dealing with a narcissist is an individual that has this excessive, insatiable need for admiration and attention. They do everything that they do it for attention. They do it, you know, to get the focus on their self-absorbed. Everything is about them and how they feel. They cannot self-regulate. The only way they feel value, or that lets you know that they have a problem. They have a problem with low self-esteem. They have a problem with, you know, their own self-value. But the only time that they feel valued is when they get the excessive attention and focus on themselves, or when they're capable of making someone else react to their behaviors. And so they also have this sense of entitlement that really just gets under people's skin. For example, those of you that do have college educations and have been to college, or some of you have been to tech school, or whatever you have done, you know the hours that you've spent reading books, you know, the late nights you have to study for finals or midterms, you know, the papers you have to write. Even when I was doing my dissertation, me and my dentist were best friends. My dentist and we were best friends because I cracked my teeth in my retainers because I was under a lot of pressure because I'm doing a dissertation. I'm up every night. I'm lacking sleep. You know, I'm doing studies. I'm trying to wait for the, you know, people to send back their, I think it was because I was doing the statistical part of it. So I'm waiting for people to send back their responses. There's delayed. I need to turn this. I have timelines, you know. So those of you that know college or know education or know even OJT or training to get certifications or cosmetology or whatever it is that you do, you know, for a living, you know the amount of effort and time that you have invested in. So when you finally get that certificate or degree in your hand, you know, there's nothing no one can say. You feel a sense of accomplishment and a sense of pride, healthy pride, you know, and for me, it doesn't really matter whether you call me doctor or not, you know, but that is a title that I have earned. And so for anyone to argue that, you know, to turn around, or maybe a narcissist will turn around and say, oh, anybody can get a doctorate degree. Really? You need to go check out the statistics, especially the statistics, for example, on African-American females or females in general, or of other ethnic groups, and look at the statistics of doctorate degrees. And so that is an accomplishment. You see what I mean? But a narcissist will take that and say, oh, anybody can do that. I'm gonna go do that myself. Or, you know, you're in a position that you've worked very hard for in your work field. You know, you have worked years to get into management or supervision, or you know that you're good at what you do, and the narcissist comes along and decides that they want your job. So what they do is they launch a smear campaign, and then they critique everything you do. Now, you know, a lot of us have fallen into, a lot of times when we're, you know, we always know how to do something better than the person that's doing it. And a lot of times we say it too, you know, everyone knows how to do it better than the person that's in that position until you get into that position. When you get into that position, those that truly do not have a personality disorder and that have empathy will get at positions like, you know what? I sincerely apologize to you because I did not realize how complex this was. You made it look so easy, but I did not realize how difficult this was. And you have a different type of sensitivity toward people, you know, even in my job, because of the fact that I have so much going on. I have a different sense of sensitivity and sense of respect for those that are in administration, those that are in billing, those, you know, the telephone, you know, administration, picking up the phone, answering, you know, I have a different type of sensitivity for personnel that work in HR or work because of the fact that I had to do it myself. And so there's a different level of respect I will have for a person that comes in to do that for me. And so but that is a person that has empathy, that has normal, you know, that don't have a dysfunctional personality. But with a narcissist, they always can do anything better than anybody else. They feel entitled to the position. If they want your position, they feel like they're entitled to it because I know more than you. They get into position, and then they, you know, we realize, you know, okay, it's more to it than I thought it was. You made it look easy, but I didn't realize. I apologize. They'll get in and like, you guys are making it hard for me. And everyone else around them is like, you don't know what you're doing. And it's almost like even in like business meetings, they get up and you know, someone has presented a slide or presented some information that was really good information, and they get up and say, ignorant things, or they just announce something that is totally off topic to get the focus on them. Now, the average professional people may look like, this is the dumbest, smartest idiot I have ever met, or that is the dumbest thing, or what point was that? What point did that serve? And everyone around them can see like, what is going on with this idiot smart person? And in their minds, they're like, because all of you guys are dumb, and all of you guys are looking at me because you know that I'm giving you straight facts. And you're thinking, where are the facts? Where's the proof of the facts? What are you talking about? Where did that come from? But in their mind, you're the problem. They're not the problem, and the average person that will go up there that has pretty normal personality is like, okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. Or someone may say something to them like, the information that you gave, it didn't have enough facts. Next time I would do this. The average person, sometimes we don't like to hear things about, about us, like, dang, I failed, let me see if I can do it better. What can I do to make this better? A narcissist, on the other hand, is going to launch a smear campaign against you, because how dare you come up against my position or my intellect? And you have to remember this sense of entitlement even goes to, they do one thing right, they feel like the thing about a narcissist, and one that is entitled, for example, is they're good at what they do in their particular little area. You may be a nuclear physicist. They are a garbage collector. Let's just put them down there. They could be anything. They can be lawyers. They can be whatever. But they always think they can do everything. Anything I put my mind to, I can do. Yeah, but okay, but then you don't have you're a jack of all trades and a master of none, remember? And so, yeah, we can do a whole lot of things that we're good at, but what is the one thing that you can master, that you can perfect? But to them, it doesn't matter. Everything I'm good at. And so they'll see you, and let's say they know that they haven't worked for anything. They're good at what they do, but you're getting more attention than they are. So they'll do one or two things. They'll either smear your name to make you look bad, to discredit you, to attack your character, your credibility, because they want that attention, or they'll join you to figure out what is it that you know, what is your language, how do you conduct yourself, who are you connected to, so I can get the attention like you get the attention. And once people, that they begin to like suck you dry, and it's almost like they take upon your personality, they take upon your persona, they take your language. Remember, they're mirroring you. They take your language, and you're thinking to yourself, you're not even educated in this. How do you know all this? They listen to you, they research, they Google. Trust you me, I've seen it happen too many times. They go on and they'll Google it, and now they're an expert in what it is that you were talking about, and they can come up, they tear up little facts. When we're talking, sometimes we do make mistakes in things that we say, and, we give good information, and, my mistake, this part right here was incorrect. They listen for your mistake and then discredit you off of one mistake. I meant to say tomato, I said tomato. I meant to say red, I said blue. But they'll take little pieces and parts of things that you said. They forget the whole concept of the point that, people do it here on YouTube. If you watch, I've had people send me emails. Your book is great, but what they say, your book is great. However, I think the editing was poor. I don't know what you were saying. Well, I wasn't the editor. If you leave me up to be the editor, you probably wouldn't understand the whole book, right? I know the concept. I know the message I'm trying to convey. But do you see the little things that they do to tear up? They take little things to they take little facts or little mistakes that you make, and they blow it up into something big that it's not. And so this is this sense of entitlement that they have. You get around them, it's like, why do you feel like you should have a Maybach, or a Mercedes that you can't afford? Well, he's driving or she's driving one, so why can't I drive one? Well, he or she does this for a living, and they work over 20, 30 years to build this right here. And so, yeah, they're entitled to something nice because they can afford something nice. They don't put themselves into, well, I should be able to do it too. And so they'll do it, putting their whole family in debt, because they have to be seen, because of the fact that this individual is getting attention that they're not getting. And so I need to draw the attention back to me. So I need to go do things. And if that's what it is that they're doing to get attention, then I need to do that too. It's that entitlement that just gets under your skin. That is a part of the disorder. That is a part of the narcissistic personality disorder. And I'll pick out other little things to I like to highlight things so you don't see, well, what is normal and what is abnormal. That's abnormal. All of us have a sense of entitlement from time to time. I purchased my car. I'm entitled to the keys. That's my car. I'm entitled to that car, but I work for it. That makes sense. Perfectly logical, right? But when another person comes in that may be a narcissist and they're dating you, and they decide, well, since we're dating, I'm entitled to your car. No, you're not. Do you see the difference? I'm entitled to your car because I'm dating you. You're now my property. You belong to me, and everything that you have belong to me too. So I have a right to your paycheck. I have a right to your bank account, and I have a right to your car and your friends and anything that's private. I'm entitled to because you're my property. Do you see the difference? You know, and it's almost like mind blowing. Like, are you serious? You know, who thinks like this? Or what did the millennials say? You know, who does that? You know, who does that? Is it who does that? Who thinks like that? Or where they do that at? Where they do that at? And so you're thinking from a logical perspective. A lot of you are asking questions based on logical, normal patterns of thinking, with empathetic thinking, with what's the word I'm looking for? Compassionate thinking. You're thinking from a normal, I don't care what's wrong with you. You're thinking from a normal standpoint. You know, what is wrong with that? Who does that? You know, where they do that at? You know, but you have to think, you have to think like them, which is really distorted and dysfunctional. And you can't imagine thinking like that because that's not how you think. So a lot of you are asking questions based off of how they act, but how you think. You can't think like yourself and try to figure out a narcissist. You have to think the most dysfunctional way, but then most of you are like, why would they do that? That's a part of this disorder. That is a part of the disorder. They don't make any sense, you know, and the things that they do, you're looking at them like, this is ridiculous. Exactly. That is a part of the disorder. So no, you're not crazy. And what you see, you know, that sense of entitlement, or, you know, they're walking around with all this expensive clothes and cars and all this, but yet their bank account is in negative. They're into overdraft. They think overdraft is a part of their regular paycheck. You know, they think payday loans is a part of their paycheck. That's just how you're supposed to live. You know, so this is their sense of entitlement. This is the dysfunction in the way that they think. They're little children in these big bodies, chronologically a specific age, but internally totally childlike in their thinking. And it slips out from time to time. When you get a narcissist that's with an individual that can think, you know, and they're like, this is totally irrational. That's why I tell you guys, they can't catch everybody that they pursue. Some people are just like, I'm not gonna deal with you. You get out my little zone. You know, get away from me. You know, you see. So, and that's where they get angry. Like, I deserve you and I want you, and you have no right to reject me. How dare you? I'll show you. But you're not emotionally attached to them, so you're like, go away. You know, so hopefully this has helped a little bit, talking about the entitlement portion, you know, the entitlement part, but I'll break it down some other parts, you know, like grandiosity, and show you, because you can look into the DSM and you can see all of the symptomology and the requirements out of the symptomology that actually, you know, pathologically meaning that is dysfunctional. They're not able to function. They have problems with relationships. You know, it is a dysfunction. A lot of people have the traits, but that doesn't mean it's dysfunctional. But I'll talk about the different traits and then highlight the different traits. You know, we can give you the list of the traits or the symptoms that will diagnose, or the criteria that provides the diagnosis for narcissistic personality disorder. But when you say like entitlement, what does entitlement look like? What does that look like? And so I wanted to break that down for you guys. So today was entitlement, and then we'll keep moving on to different ones like grandiosity and, you know, things like that. To break it down so you know what it looks like, so you guys will be well informed. So as you guys are growing from these videos, as you decide, I don't think I need these videos like I used to, that means you're growing and you're able to detect, you know, if you have the knowledge, you're able to see things that other people may not be able to see. Whether they believe you or not doesn't matter. You know, and you know how to make decisions based off of what you know now. Many of you got into a relationship with narcissists because you didn't know. If you didn't know, but if you knew, I'm quite sure you wouldn't have just, okay, yes, I would like to be tormented by you and psychologically damaged for years and have my children exposed to it. Of course, nobody's gonna make a decision like that. But if you had more knowledge, you would have been able to make a decision without getting yourself caught up emotionally with an individual like that. So really, you were duped. You were tricked into the relationship. It was never a real relationship ever. So a lot of you were tricked into the relationship, but now you're learning, and a lot of you are becoming more powerful, more knowledgeable. You're starting to heal. You're feeling better about yourself, and I am so grateful that you would share that with me. So thank you so much. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is Dr. Carmen Bryant, Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. Hit the bell, because I upload Tuesday through Fridays whenever I can get in on Tuesdays on time if I'm not booked. But usually I upload during the week, and then on Sundays I normally come on between the hours of 8 and 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is the West Coast time of the U.S. And I know all of you guys are from different parts of the U.S. and different parts of the country. Thank you so much. This is our rainbow tribe. This is our rainbow tribe, and I'm so grateful that you guys join me. I do have a professional Facebook page, Psychological Health Consultants and Services. I also have Overcoming Narcissist Abuse, which is my book. If you have not purchased my book, it is Unmasking the Illusion of Perfection. It's on Barnes & Noble and is on Kindle, not Kindle, Amazon. You can get on Kindle. You can get, the hard copy or the soft copy. Purchase it. Teach your teenagers, because a lot of your teenagers are being exposed to this stuff and they don't know. But if you implement the knowledge at a young age, teenagers, where they understand it, you got some advocates there. A lot of the young people are advocates, and fighters, they'll carry on your legacy. Teach them. And these are real stories of real people. The names have been changed. Some of the situations and places have been changed to protect the identity of the people that I'm in the book talking about. But these are real people with real stories. They're telling you what it looks like to be abused by a narcissist, narcissistic parents, grandparents, what happened with their children, how they got caught up in a relationship with a narcissist, how they couldn't get out, the things that they were thinking, even to a point where they were thinking about killing the narcissist. And some of you guys have gotten to that point because you are so exasperated, need to get out of the situation. And so these are real stories. It is a faith-based book, meaning that I provide you with Christian encouragement, biblical encouragement. However, for those of you that are not Christians, that are not into the Christian faith, no problem. Take the principles out of it. A lot of you have emailed me and said that even though you're not a Christian, you got the principles out of the book and you found yourself in it. And so I'm so thankful that you will support me like that. Check down on the link below on the YouTube channel. If those of you, some of you have sent me emails saying that you are in rural, there we go, or small communities that you don't have access to mental health counselors and counselors. I do have a link under there. It's called betterhelp.com/Dr. Carmen, and they have licensed counselors that will provide you with telephonic, whether it's FaceTime, Skype, counseling. They're licensed counselor. You can go and fill out the paperwork. You can vet the counselors, meaning you can don't go in there saying, do you know about narcissist abuse? No, go in there and say, do you understand trauma? Do you understand psychological abuse and the effects of psychological abuse? And you put that in there and let them respond. Those that understand domestic violence and trauma and psychological abuse and the effects of it. That's what you're looking for, because that's what you're dealing with. It just so happens that we're talking about a person that has narcissist abuse and what they do. But what you're looking for is the psychology trauma professionals, and they are worldwide. And so anywhere in the country, it's a small fee that you pay on a monthly basis, which is much cheaper than paying me for coaching or paying for a therapist out of your pocket. But you can connect with them, and it's easy. Some of you said you love it, but those of you that are in rural small communities, that don't have access to counselors, there are licensed counselors that are online, and you can connect with them and get the counseling that you need. So once again, thank you. Also, those of you that have asked about donation, go look. There's a Cash App and a PayPal. Thank you guys for the donation. Thank you so much to this beautiful queen in Canada for the beautiful gift that you sent me. I am so grateful. You have no idea how grateful I am. Hopefully you're watching this video. I did email you after you sent me an email. Hopefully you're watching this. Please let me know, privately. But thank you so much for the gift that you gave me. You have no idea how grateful I am. Queen, thank you so much. I appreciate you. It was a blessing to me. Thank you guys for your support. And make sure you go look at my mentor's YouTube. Go and join her. It is Helen Sadler, Destiny Helper. And make sure you hit the bell and follow her, subscribe to her channel. She provides you with information on narcissist abuse from a biblical and a spiritual perspective. She is the presiding prelate of Into His Chambers Global Ministry. She's worldwide, and she travels a lot. So a lot of times, in between the videos, she's traveling. So she, sometimes today she posted one. So please go and support her channel. You can ask her whatever questions you would like to ask her. Those of you that are in the church, that are laymen, that have questions, questions concerning narcissist abuse, divorce, marriage, you know, those kind of questions. She is the senior pastor, my mentor, my spiritual parent, and she is the person that helped me through the phases of what I was going through, and then helped me and supported me when I started the channels and writing a book. And so she's awesome, awesome lady. So please go follow her. We work hand in hand. I stick to the clinical side, and she sticks to the spiritual biblical side and implements the clinical that information that she has. And so thank you guys so much for being with me. Thank you for following me, and thank you for all your support. You guys go and be great.